Jazzcast Pros. Welcome to the Healthy Illness Podcast. I am your host. I am your doula. I am your mental health coach, Kelly Marie. And the Healthy Illness Podcast is a podcast helping you build healthier relationships while living with mental health conditions. I am a Black woman in this wild world, living with mental health conditions and doing the best I can, implementing the tools, expanding my education and knowledge base around self-care and mindfulness and meditation to help you be able to embrace your mental health path. And so in our time today, our conversation is going to be embracing your soft girl era. So we've been talking about this new role that I have as a doula, and we're going to get back to that. But I wanted to, one, take a moment and shout out all of the moms this Mother's Day, and to acknowledge that this is May, so it is Mental Health Awareness Month. And I'm preparing to, go to this event and was out and about today and realized that I was, because of some decisions I had made in the moment, embracing or re-embracing, re-entering my semi-soft girl era. And so what does that mean? Usually when people talk about soft girl era, it's going to be one of two angles. One, it's more like fashion and aesthetics. So the cutesy feminine clothing and persona and way of showing up. Not toxic positivity, but just like the cutesy girl kind of phase. The soft girl, traditional, quote unquote, traditional gender roles and norms like that aesthetic, that look, makeup and all the things. So that is one side of soft girl era-ing. The other is where I'm coming from right now, and that is the focus on self-care and being kind and gentle to ourselves, setting boundaries, healing, doing things in an emotionally soft way so that we are being kind to us. And in that kindness, we are able to show up for others. And so I initially was out earlier today and was preparing to go to this event, needed to pick up a couple things. The Met Gala just passed, and so I want to kind of embrace this Black dandyism and their theme of being tailored to you in my outfit for this gala. So I went to the nail salon, or I didn't go to the nail salon. I went to the beauty store and wanted to pick up a couple things and get some press-on nails, right? Long story short, go there. They didn't have anything that was cute. I was mad about it and walk out the store and said, you know what? I'm just going to go and get my nails done because I deserve it. I have the money. I can get a manicure, get a nice little coat in the color that I want. Bam, forget a press on. And so I go to the nail salon, sit down, they're like, what do you want? Did I do what I just said? Get a manicure and get a cute coat? No, I went and got a full set of coffin nails. They're like an inch long. I have not had nails this long in years. And stopped getting them done because of gardening. And so I've been gardening as long as I've been doing the podcast. So we're talking pre-COVID. My healing in 2013, that era, I was gardening heavily then and came out of, like manicures and nails and things like that in that space. And then went back into it throughout my healing journey. But for the most part, I have not had my nails done in years. I mean, years to the years. I've had pedicures, I've had manicures, but not this full set, long nail situation. So as I'm leaving the nail salon, things are different now, right? I can't just grab stuff the way I usually do. I have to pay attention how I open the door, get my keys, press the buttons, and like use my knuckle to start the car. And it's different. And so it is forcing me to double down in this soft girl era space because now I have to start thinking with that, a little bit of that aesthetic, because of this decision that I made. But here's a connection back to the soft girl being soft to me space. Because I have this full set, and I'll get used to it. It's only been a couple hours. I will get used to it. But I have to be, even though I already practice mindfulness and am, generally looking to be present and in the moment, I have to double down on that because I can't function the way that I could 12 hours ago. I have to be careful how I grab things. I have to be careful how I open things. I have to be careful how I use my hands in every way that I use my hands. I had to be more careful logging into the computer. Because everything requires me to use my hands. And again, just a minor adjustment, but it was a moment of learning. It was a moment of learning because I had to stop and reevaluate multiple times, repeatedly, how I do simple things. And so, how is that a soft girl era thing, Kelly? Right? Like, what are you talking about? It's a soft girl era thing because I am elevated to another level of self care. I'm elevated to another level of being present by force, but it's forced me, pushed me into a space to be even more kind to myself, more understanding of myself, gentler with myself, gentler to my surroundings, right? I have to take a step back, pay attention, and act intentionally in ways I did not have to do prior to, my afternoon appointment. And so we've already in this space and in our, conversations, I've moved away. I don't know if I've ever really been a part of grind culture. Yes, from the girl boss perspective of not taking days off and, always being at work and working overtime and showing up on the weekends. And I've done that stuff. And so that I no longer do. We have talked about that. And so there are so many of us though that still are in this grind culture of go, 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 do, do, do. You gotta keep showing up. You gotta do more. You gotta be more. I know I talked about doing more, being more, and adding more, right? But grind culture and soft girl culture don't run together. But here's where I want to be clear. Being a soft girl doesn't mean, again, I'm not talking aesthetics. While I made a decision about aesthetics, it required me to function in another way. But I'm talking about the internal soft girl era. And so it doesn't matter if you're into fashion. It doesn't matter if you're a tomboy. It doesn't matter if you wear dresses or skirts or you're a trad wife or you work 9 to 5, you're an executive. It doesn't matter what role you are. It doesn't matter what your aesthetic or your look is because this is not about being or looking a certain way. And so you can be a soft girl and be in your soft girl era and wear Timbs and sweatpants and a hoodie as your uniform every day. Like if you leave the house, you will only be seen in something that is not considered quote unquote to be feminine or considered to be a soft girl look because it's not about the look. It's about what's on the inside. And it's about the journey that you are going through in embracing this kinder, gentler approach to living. And so while I'm preparing on one side this Met Gala worthy ensemble, really not a Met Gala worthy ensemble, but it's a Kelly Gala ensemble. And so that I'm gonna rock out with it. But in preparing for this gala, which is an aesthetic thing, right? It's a look that I'm looking for, trying to attain or putting together. It forced me and elevated me to another place in my healing because it requires me to be kinder, gentler, more loving, more graceful with myself. you can still be an executive. You can still run stuff and be in your soft girl era. You can still function in a space that looks like a grind because there is a mission that's driving you, or there are goals that you have. You can be an excellent time manager and have multiple projects on your plate and still be in your soft girl era. You could be someone who is focused on building generational wealth and be in your soft girl era. You can be a carpenter, a construction worker. You can be a part of a road crew. You could be a police officer. You can be a minister. You can be a teacher. You can be a crossing guard. You can be anything and still be in your soft girl era. It is all about how you are treating you in a kinder way, in a more caring way, in a more compassionate way. It is about boundary setting. It's about self-care. And when I say self-care, I'm not talking about going to get your nails done. I'm not talking about, taking that shower. Like, that's hygiene, right? I'm talking about the journaling and the therapy appointments and the medication and the exercise and the deep breathing and meditation, the going on walks, all of those things, having difficult conversations, being able to speak your mind and say the things that you mean, because those are the things that you mean, and showing up as your most authentic self. You can do all of that and be in your soft girl era, right? And so as you hopefully are already embracing this space and place, maybe more so, there's a name to it. I don't know. I'd be interested to know what you think. But now that you have kind of this framework of what it means to be um, a soft girl, no matter how you rock out, I hope that you're able to take it to the next level. Now that you know what it is, can you push yourself and take it to the next level? Let me know. Reach out at frontseatlife@gmail.com. Head over to frontseatlife.com and sign up for updates on the website. Listen, if you need someone to talk to, if you're struggling with healing, if you are thinking of taking your life or harming yourself, call 988. That is, as of right now, a place that is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So if you call, someone will answer to talk to you about where you are and about what you're going through and how they can help you in this moment. You are not alone. This is Mental Health Awareness Month. And, as I look at showing up intentionally and focusing on outward showing of my mental health journey and conversations and even the clothes that I wear. And so I never want you to feel alone. If you dial 988, there is someone there. You can text a actual person. If you need immediate help, please go to your nearest hospital or dial 911. Healing is not easy for most of us. And the healing process may be painful, but it is possible to get through it. It is possible to come out on the other side and be able to find joy. Again, you're not alone. And you know my story. And I want you to know that I stand with you. And even though I am here and you are there, and I cannot see you or talk to you, hear your voice, even though you're listening to mine, please know you're not alone. Help is available and healing is possible. So until the next time, I encourage you to be the light. If all is well with you and yours, and you are, just out here breathing, be the light, because we never know when we will meet someone on their darkest day or in their darkest moment, and your joy, your smile, your enthusiasm, your love, your empathy, your compassion may be just what somebody needs. And you'll never know because you're just out here being the light. So until the next time, more doula talk, more mental health awareness talk. And I'm going to get some of these folks that are out here birthing these babies and helping parents have the birthing experience that they deserve and desire. I'm going to get them on this show. I'm telling you, we're working on it. We're working on it. So thank you. Happy Mother's Day. Find the joy, and be the light.